Welcome to So Seriously. I'm Heather.
And I'm Carrie, your self-proclaimed experts of everything in the middle.
So seriously, what do we think about foot detoxes?
Yeah, what do we think? I think the first thing is, what is
A foot detox.
a foot detox?
Before we did it, I had no idea.
No clue, but we did do it this past weekend, and we've learned a lot. And so we can start. Why don't I read? I have a little card here on what a foot detox is.
Yeah.
And because we're in the middle and middle-aged, I am going to get my reading glasses on for this.
Wait, put it to your nose sometimes.
Oh, yeah, sometimes I am often doing this.
Yeah. It looks like she's doing accounting.
Yeah, very, very official.
Yeah.
But a foot detox is a pseudoscientific alternative medical treatment that claims to remove toxins from the body by soaking your feet in a machine that emits an electric current through the water.
Ooh.
And that's true. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, we sat down.
Yeah.
They just put our feet and poured like spring water or just plain water.
Yeah, it was just plain
Clear
water. And they added, this is the part that I don't remember. But they added something. It was like but it was a very common household. Like
I didn't pay attention to that
it was,
part.
and I don't recall what it was, but I remember they told us, and it was not an uncommon thing. It was like the equivalent of like a baking soda.
Okay.
But
And then let's go with the benefits.
yeah, what are the benefits?
Yeah. And according to the Good Earth Company, which is where we went in West Point, Nebraska, they said it may toxic buildup in your feet or hands, because they do hands as well, may feed inflammation, pain, low energy, poor digestion, migraines, and illness.
And the toxins, they do your hands or your feet, because I remember what they told us is that's where your body is most porous. Yeah. So it's pulling toxins from your entire body.
Right.
But that's the outlet. The most common outlets are your feet.
Your feet, I think, has the most pores from what they said, and then maybe your hands.
Your hands were second. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do want to take just a quick pause to talk about West Point, Nebraska for a minute.
Adorable.
Because we'd never been there.
Nope.
And again, native Nebraskan, so I'd never been there.
And I didn't even know where it was.
Yeah.
I still don't know where it is.
I still don't understand why it was in eastern Nebraska and called West Point, but I'll forgive that.
It's okay. It's okay.
But it was a surprisingly adorable community. Mm-hmm. We went there, and the main street was really it was very progressive. I felt like it had great relevant company businesses.
Yeah. The Good Earth Company was this adorable little shop with kind of new age medical thought.
Yeah.
In this tiny little town.
And right next door to it was a boutique. I believe it was called Smitten.
Mm-hmm.
And we also saw that same boutique. We believed that it was possibly a chain boutique, because when we stopped in Fremont on our way home, we also saw it in the downtown Fremont area. But the boutique was darling.
And then we all went to the rustic Riverside Mercantile.
Yeah.
Where my problem with shopping reared its ugly head, but I came home with adorable things.
Yeah.
I got a cute little wooden
cookbook stand
and this adorable little candle and adorable little vase for $7.
Right.
I mean, it was just a deal.
Everything. And then don't forget, you almost came home with
they had a little, what was that?
It was a farmer's market.
Farmer's market. You could buy a duck for $5.
Who wouldn't want to buy a duck for $5?
Which I just thought that would be funny, to buy a duck. A duck for $5. And, I did not buy a duck.
But
I had some self-control.
You gave me a shoulder when I needed it.
You can live with yourself on that one.
Yeah.
But now we'll go back to the foot detox, because we did have to talk about how cute West Point was.
It was an adorable town.
Yeah. The foot detox, so neither of us had done that.
No.
It was our first time. It was a girls' day trip, so one of our friends had said, hey, I've done this. I think that it would be a fun experience for the girls.
And so we loaded up. Carrie drove all 7 of us, and we ventured out. Was it an hour and a half drive?
Yeah, ish. Yeah.
Hour and a half drive. And it was a beautiful drive with lots of green prairies and trees and
Which
whatnot.
was kind of the theme of our day.
Yeah.
It was just to be holistic.
Yep. And we got there and we took turns because they had, I think, 4 foot
chairs.
detoxes.
Yeah.
So we kind of split up. And we had a contest to see who had the nastiest foot detox. Should I tell them that my daughter won?
Yeah, you should. And you did.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
It was a close race between her and
our friend's daughter.
Our friend's daughter, who happens to be my son's girlfriend.
Right.
And they said that the younger individuals tend to have a better detox, which is why their water looks disgusting. All of our waters look disgusting.
All of I almost won. Like my stomach turned looking at my water.
It's kind of chunky.
It was gross.
It's chunky.
Yeah, it got chunky, which was so weird because it started clear.
Yeah.
Clear and clean water.
I really thought mine was going to be not bad.
Yeah.
And it started off like your guys' water was getting gross.
Turned quickly.
And I'm like, oh, look at mine. It's pretty clear. And I'm like, I'm going to look like Miss Clean.
Yeah.
And then before you knew it, mine was chunky as well.
Yeah.
So that
was
disappointing.
I don't know if you heard because then they take flashlights and they actually inspect the water and they tell you based on the different colors and textures in your textures in your water. They can tell you different areas of your body that were highly detoxified. So it was like intestinal, liver.
Mine was a lot of digestive.
Yeah.
And my daughter's was a little bit of everything. Our friend had a lot of liver.
They
maybe said the worst liver they ever saw.
Yeah.
But hey, it's detoxed now.
It's detoxed now,
so
right?
That's okay.
Well, and that to me, because I will admit, like going into this, as usual, I was in it because of FOMO and because I always do things for the experience, not necessarily for the buy-in of the concept.
Right. I'll admit, I hadn't bought in, but I just thought, I'll soak my feet. Not to mention, they gave you a wonderful foot massage at the end.
They did.
So with lotion, so that is another added benefit.
So, and then to see the differing results of each person's nasty water. I mean, the one consistent thing was that everyone's water was nasty. But they were nasty in different ways.
They're very different.
And so that to me did give some validity to the concept.
Right.
If we had all come with
the exact
same results, I would have been like, they just poured something in the water.
Right. And that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But the younger girls definitely looked different from the older women.
Yes.
Middle-aged
Middle-aged,
women.
yes.
And my daughter's was so acidic, it ate through the liner.
That's right.
Which is why she won the contest for the nastiest foot detox. Shout out to my daughter.
Yeah, way to go.
Which meant we had to buy dessert for everybody because what do you do after a detox?
Because winners lose and losers win.
Yeah, and once you detox, you go get ice cream.
Right, and pizza.
And appetizers.
And
maybe some people will get a beer or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would have did.
Those that had really strong detoxins in their liver also.
They're like, hey, I'm detoxed. I'm going to have a beer.
Yeah,
so.
at noon.
Yeah. Hey, it was 5 o'clock in another country.
Yeah, somewhere. So. It was no judgment. It was cute. It was fun.
I found it adorable.
Yeah, I did too. So when we think about our experience, so seriously, would you do it again?
I would do it again. I don't know what happened to my feet. I'm going to be honest. They said if you had a good detox, your feet would swell. My feet were swollen afterwards. So apparently I had a good detox.
You had a good one.
I don't know if I felt any different, but I thought it was something fun to do with friends. And maybe I benefited from it.
Right.
So I would 100% do it again. Why not?
I think I feel similarly. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I probably wouldn't pursue doing it again. Like, I'm not going to be thinking, when can I get my next foot detox? But if somebody said, do you want to go get a foot detox? I would absolutely say, yeah, that I would love to. And I would be really curious to see if I had a different result.
Yeah, and that's what I am. I think I'm curious, like, if I had a second one and a third one, like, would I start seeing some kind of benefit?
Yeah.
I'm guessing that you're one and done. How much benefit are
Right.
you going to truly get?
I feel like the first one is a benchmark.
Yeah.
And I think, and you're probably not going to see changes if you don't make alterations based on what the...
Which they said that.
Yes.
They said people think that they're going to detox and all of a sudden they're going to come back and have clear water. And they're like, unless you're changing your diet or you're changing your lifestyle, you're just continuing to detox what you're doing to yourself.
Right.
So...
and I did feel like I listened to the things that they said were areas of opportunity. So even since we had this done, I know it's only been a week-ish, but I do feel like I listened, and it's, in my consciousness now. So that's why if somebody asked me to do it again, I would say, because I would like to see if I've improved.
Yeah.
But I probably am not going to, like I said, sit around.
Just go out and be like, hey, anyone want to detox today?
Yeah, or it's not going to be like a hair appointment for me where it's been a few.
Every 6 weeks or so.
Yeah, I need to get my detox in. But,
So seriously, I would do it again.
Yeah, seriously, I would as well.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us today.
Here is our gift to you. Blah, 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 blah.